Everybody, Keith Jones, Behind the Binoculars here at Parks for Saturday, June 8th. We wrap up the 2019 Triple Crown season later this afternoon up at Belmont Park with the 151st running of the Belmont Stakes. They call it, of course, the Test of Champions. Now, recent history shows that the horses that have won the Belmont Stakes, or with the exception, of course, of the two Triple Crown winners, that the horses that are winning the Belmont Stakes are horses that ran at the Kentucky Derby and then skipped the Preakness and then got freshened up and then went on to Belmont Park to win the Belmont Stakes. You look at Union Rags, Palace Malice. Now, Totalist didn't run it either. He had a lung infection which kept him out of some of the earlier spring races, but he prepped in the Peter Pan Stakes and then came back to win the Belmont Stakes a couple of weeks later. Creator and Tabret also fit that profile, and something else that fits the recent profile, that is the sire Tabret, who is sire 3 of the last 5 Belmont Stakes winners, and he has a couple of contenders in here today. And with all that being said, I am having a hard time. I know it's the boring selection, but I have a hard time getting past number 10, Tacitus, who is going out for trader Billy Mott today. And I think this horse was bred absolutely to win this race. He is a son of Tappan, and his mare, of course, Close Hatches, another tremendous champion mare. So this race, I think, has been in the minds of those who bred this horse since the very beginning. He ran very well at the Kentucky Derby over that sloppy track. He ended up finishing 4th, but then got moved up and placed 3rd. And like the recent Belmont winners, he skipped the Preakness and is getting ready here for the Belmont Stakes later this afternoon. His works coming into the race have been nothing short of outstanding. Of course, War of Will, you can't take anything away from what he has accomplished so far, but he's the horse that will be making the 3rd start in these 3 Triple Crown races in the course of 5 weeks. And as I said at the top here, the profile has been for the horse to run in the Kentucky Derby, skip the Preakness, and then go on to the Belmont Stakes. Now, it certainly does make sense when you consider the fact that the horses that end up in Kentucky for the Kentucky Derby are the best of the division, and then they've had the opportunity to rest and sit and get ready for the big effort here at the Belmont Stakes, and that again sets the point here on Tacitus, and just not sure what kind of price you're going to get. He opens up at the morning line favorite at 9 to 5, and that's probably going to be about what you're going to get. I am going to consider putting Tacitus on top of either some exactas or trifectas, including horses like Spinoff. Sir Winston and Intrepid Heart have a hard time leaving War of Will out, so I'll have to consider that as I make my way through the afternoon. But again, maybe coupling some of those horses underneath in exactas or trifectas and see if we can't get some better value with Tacitus on top. But Tacitus gets my call in today's running of the Belmont Stakes. Good luck.